And all this is connected with this laboratory. It's the most important for us because here we have the majority of our equipment, and in this laboratory we don't allow the students to go inside. That's why because it was important. They going, of course, I can go inside, but it must be the responsibility there. This is microbiology of foods mostly. For us, here I use retinal libraries, and of course, the most important thing for us is that in this department we don't use hard copy books. We mostly have access by the library to the most important magazines, and the department pay enough money every year for the access, for free access in Lancet, for instance, or Book Chemistry, Nature. All these magazines have access from this library and also from the laboratories of computer science.
Καλώς ορίσατε στην Κρήτη, καλώς ορίσατε στη Σητεία του Ελαιολάδου, καλώς ορίσατε στο Ελληνικό Μεσογειακό Πανεπιστήμιο στο Τμήμα Διατροφής και Διαιτολογίας.
Welcome to Crete, welcome to Sittia, welcome to the Department of Nutrition and Dietetics of the Hellenic Mediterranean University.
Το συγκεκριμένο τμήμα του Πανεπιστημίου είναι άρρηκτα συνδεδεμένο με την καθημερινότητά μας, με τον πρωτογενή τομέα, με τα προϊόντα που παράγουμε, με τα προϊόντα που τελικά έρχονται στο πιάτο μας.
This specific department is tied with our everyday life, with the way we live, and with everything that we do in this area.
Συνδετικός κρίκος όλων των φαγητών και ό,τι τρώμε στην Κρήτη δεκάδες χρόνια τώρα είναι το ελαιόλαδο.
The link of whatever we eat and has been for decades now is olive oil.
Και όπως είπε και ο πρόεδρος προηγουμένως, είναι το χαρακτηριστικό της κρητικής διατροφής και γενικότερα της μεσογειακής διατροφής, με τα ιδιαίτερα χαρακτηριστικά που έχει και με τα αποτελέσματα στην επιμήκυνση του προσδόκιμου ζωής όλων μας όλα αυτά τα χρόνια.
And as the President has already said, it is the link for anything that has been done in our nutrition and our dietetics and is linked to the long life that the Cretans have.
Η σύνδεση του ελαιολάδου και της καλλιέργειας του ελαιολάδου αποτυπώνεται διαχρονικά στα υπεραιωνόδια ελαιόδεντρα που έχουμε στην περιοχή, στα δεκάδες ευρήματα από τη μινωική εποχή τα οποία υπάρχουν στα αρχαιολογικά μας μουσεία αποθήκευσης, μεταφοράς των προϊόντων των κριτικών και ιδιαίτερα του ελαιολάδου, και αποτυπώνονται και στην συνέχεια των συνταγών που υπάρχουν εδώ και δεκάδες χρόνια και μεταφέρονται από γενιά σε γενιά μέχρι και τη σημερινή.
Evidence of olive oil use in Crete we can see in the centennial trees that we can find. We can also see in findings of archaeological sites on Crete.
Όπως καταλαβαίνετε λοιπόν, το ελαιόλαδο παίζει σημαντικό ρόλο όχι μόνο στην καθημερινότητά μας και στη διατροφή μας, αλλά και στην οικονομία της περιοχής. Είναι το συστατικό εκείνο το οποίο δίνει την οικονομική οντότητα σε όλη την περιοχή, διότι πρέπει να σας πω ότι παρόλο το ότι είμαστε στην Κρήτη, η περιοχή της Σητείας και ο Δήμος Σητείας είναι ακόμη ένας Δήμος ο οποίος στηρίζεται στον πρωτογενή τομέα.
The cultivation and use of olive oil is one of the basic economic factors, especially on Crete. The cultivation continues and has been continuing for years, and it's a very important factor in our everyday economics.
Σας ευχαριστούμε για μια φορά την παραμονή σας στη Σητεία και την παρουσία σας. Ευχόμαστε και θα κάνουμε ό,τι είναι δυνατόν από το χέρι μας να περάσετε όσο γίνεται καλύτερα. Ευχόμαστε καλή επιτυχία στον διαγωνισμό και ευχαριστούμε τον κύριο Παπαδάκο, τον κύριο Κυριτσάκη, τον κύριο Φραγιαδάκη που μας υποδεχτήκανε και εύχομαι κάθε επιτυχία. Ευχαριστώ πολύ.
And this specific department in Sittia, that is the Department of Nutrition and Dietetics Sciences. So I will tell you one or two words shortly about us, and then we will give the floor to the speakers that are the main contributors to our today meeting. So this department was first established in 2000, in the year 2000, as a part of the technological sector of the tertiary education in Greece. It took us something like 8 years to come to these buildings that are especially designed for tertiary education. And of course we have 7 auditoriums. We have 1 floor of labs and the library and computer rooms, etc. And 1 separate building for the administration. We accept every year, we matriculate something like 80 to 100 students, and on the other hand, we have something like 60 to 70 graduates per year. So the system is working. We have something like more than 1,000 graduates, and some of them are very successful. Some of them have become professors, they are researchers abroad, and many of them have their own private practitioners. Some work in hospitals, in healthcare units, etc. So we feel we are doing our duty to the Greek society and the European society furthermore. And I just want to give you a very short profile of what we do. We are interested in applied dietetics. That is, the individual that has to cover the necessary nutrients, the nutrition of the individual, but also the nutrition of the community. So we give emphasis on community nutrition also, and we use modern technology for body composition analysis and decision making on several situations concerning health and illness. On the other hand, we give emphasis on teaching dietetics through software. So we combine informatics with the profession of dietetics. And the third, and I consider strong part of our profile, is that we focus on what we call Creta Diet. It can be further considered as Cretan Mediterranean diet. It's one type. There are many Mediterranean diets. And we believe that the Cretan diet was the first one to be described clearly in the 60s and further considered a broader characteristic of the Mediterranean basin. So we focus on this, on traditional food, on local herbs, and of course we focus also on olive oil, but mainly on how it can be used to make interventions for better health. So we are not a food technology department, we are a nutrition department. Olive oil is within our interests, but under the aspect, under the view of utilizing it for nutritional interventions and better health for the common.